data that we are going to visualize. So one of the data sets I like playing with is New York City open data. And you can go to google.com and type that in. And this is the first link, New York City open data. So click on that. And this is essentially data published by New York City, available to anyone willing to use it, leverage it. And you can get the data in a number of ways. So let's go in and say we want to get, let's just click on data here. And if we click on data, we see popular data sets. So let's click on most popular data sets. Again, you can search by data. There's a number of different data sources. You can search by agencies and categories. This is really, really nice. And there's open data for the US. There's open data for other countries and other cities. One of the data sets that I thought was interesting was this 311 service request. So let's click on that. It tells you a little bit about the data set, when it was last updated. So it's relatively recent, May of 2024. It tells you a little bit maybe about the data. You can sort of look at some information there. How many views, how many downloads, so almost 500,000 downloads. It gives you information about the data dictionary. This is really important, right? Data dictionary tells us what are the columns and what do they represent. And so that'll be something we want to download. That information is also represented down here. So we have the date it was created, the agency name. All of this information is going to be available to you. And so what we're going to do for our data visualization today is we're not going to deal with the API, which is actually really powerful, but we are going to export the data and export it into CSV. Generally, I like dealing with the APIs, get more specific data, get the granular data. But as data visualization, sometimes what we want is just flattened data. Now, this is a lot of data, right? So this is 38 million records, almost 38 million records. So let me click download and see how long that's going to take. We're going to take this data set, we're going to load it into our data visualization tools. There are many we can use for this. For 3 million rows, 38 million rows, we're probably going to need some tool that can handle that volume. So let's see if we can get there. Another thing you can do, obviously, is you don't have to export all of the data. There's ways to export just a fraction of the data. But today we're going to do this. If this data set is too big for you, no worries. Go back to the data set, export a different data that you find interesting, and load that into your data visualization tool. Okay, thank you very much.